Hello and welcome back to Yo Gabara, a rambling Godzilla kaiju, at this point kaiju, podcast.
Yes.
And today we're talking about Gamera 2, Attack of Legion.
Dun, dun, dun.
Focus!
Oh, yeah, look at that. Scratch it, start over.
No, there we go. Okay. Oh, that's a good shot.
That is a good shot.
Awesome.
And as you see, we don't have Legion in the background, so who is our stand-in for Legion today?
Antlar from Ultraman.
That'll work. He's a bug.
Giant pincers.
Never going to get ripped off. Spoiler alert.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second. So, what we're going to do is that.
Hello.
Hello. I have notes, but you can't see those. So,
Well,
plot breakdown.
you know.
Actually, first,
If you don't know by already, by the way, I'm Alex. He's Clayton.
and I'm Clay. San Diego Comic-Con just happened today. As of recording, this is the last day. What's coming out, Alex?
Bunch of Marvel stuff.
Oh,
And
So
Godzilla
much-
vs. Kong next year.
okay, so toy-wise, Neca is releasing
Oh, yeah.
a
They're
1964 Godzilla, which looks nice, but we both have the
Monster Arts version. I have the Emergence version, right? You have the original?
I have the original.
And I have the Emergence.
You got the nice dusty version with the atomic breath.
Oh, he looks great, and I'm probably just going to keep that one. There's no sense in me getting the NECA one, although the NECA one does look good. I'm more so interested, however, in their Fire Godzilla that they announced.
That one looks really good.
Those orange fins look really festive.
Okay, and they're
It's
also
like you could set him out at around fall time. He's decorative. He's
fall into Godzilla.
Year-round Godzilla's here.
Yeah. There was a guy on that I follow on Instagram. He's decorated his Godzilla Earth.
I've seen that picture, and
Okay.
it looks amazing.
I think it's Kaiju Body Works.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Isn't he on Facebook, too?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's the one who did the Rodan tweak.
Yes.
Did you not? Yeah, yeah.
And they're also re-releasing possibly updated versions of 85, 94, and 95. 85, 94, 95.
I seen the 85. I did not see the 94.
All of I've seen is just the box art.
Real.
But it's safe to assume that they're going to tweak
I
a few
might
things.
actually get that one. Now, well, 95 being the burning.
Yes.
No, I might get 94 then because I
The
don't have just
Space
the
Godzilla.
standard. Yeah.
I've got the monster arts of it.
Yeah, and I've been wanting it. He's like, you want to buy some Predators? I'm like, no, but...
Oh, by the
Godzilla, though. I'm just saying.
But they're saying that the Godzilla 1985 has different spinal dorsal fins and different arms.
So he looks cool. He looks really cool.
Doesn't come with
But doesn't come with
Super X.
jack other than a new box. And he's got new arms and new hands. And then, yeah, some new dorsal plates. But, I mean, mine looks fine. I got the other one.
Does.
There's really nothing wrong with it.
No.
I am going to get the NES one because I was a big fan of that game. And it's basically the exact same sculpt, just with the old school NES paint scheme.
But neither does the 64. It doesn't come with anything.
Yeah, NECA needs to do something about
I know
that.
the Kong Frogzilla comes at
With a
least with
beam?
atomic breath.
Yeah.
But do you have that one?
I do have Frogzilla. Yeah.
Okay. So have you used the atomic beam breath in it?
Yeah.
How does your neck hold up?
It looks great. He holds it fine.
Mine doesn't.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
it
have
just-
any problems with mine.
It goes downward a little bit.
I've been pretty lucky with it.
Okay. So, and he asked him, "What is thy name?" And he answered, saying, "My name is Legion, for we are many." From the Bible. That comes into play.
I just made that up.
The Bible. Try the Quran.
Try the Quran.
That is in the bloopers if you have the DVDs, not the Blu-ray.
They're actually all on YouTube, by the way.
Yes!
Yeah, they are on YouTube.
Good for them. So, Gamera 2. It's been a year since Gamera and Gauss fought. Not a whole lot's happened. They did show Tokyo Tower.
Yep, like we were talking about in
Yep.
the very first episode, as you see in these later on in these movies, things that have happened in the prior ones, unlike the Godzilla movies, stay destroyed. Which we see something in the third movie about this movie too.
We'll get to that in a second, Alex.
Yes, we will.
Went Jim Carrey there for a second. Yes, we will. So, give you a short rundown because we want to save time and all this. There's a meteor that crashes onto Earth, and as the is it the chemical school or is the army noticed that it slowed down before it landed?
I think the army did, but
And then the chemical school came in.
yeah.
I was like, what? Who are y'all? You people? Hey, you like my shirt? My hetero shirt. We have a poll
Should
going
be a
right now.
Geigen shirt, but I'm gonna try and get that if I'm not broke.
The legs.
Look, space chicken.
Space cyborg space chicken. So
They better guide you.
the military, tries to figure out what's going on, and in the meantime, there's a girl and a nerd guy who bugs me because I don't think the actor actually wears glasses.
He bugs you.
He bugs me.
Dude.
Because he keeps constantly touching his glasses, like, oh, something's happening.
Well, you gotta focus them.
I've never
Says
in my
someone
entire
who
life
doesn't
wearing
wear
glasses
glasses.
using. I do this a lot, but I don't. That bugged me to no end. Anyway,
Legion bugged me.
but so meteor crashes and a lot of electrical storms start happening. Then
I like the green in the sky.
Yeah.
That they see like hovering over where the meteor crashed.
they cut to. Oh, there's the names right here.
You printed all these out.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to give them the rundown version to save time, and here we are rambling, killing it. So, yeah. So, all of a sudden, these little, not really little, they're like human-sized bugs show up and this Karen beer factory, and they cut to, what's his name?
The two security guards in there, and they see.
Who's one of the security guards?
I've lost it. You got this.
Wait, he's actually on here. Oh, shit.
With your notes.
Yukijiro Hataro is, yeah. No, wait, that's the director's name. But yeah, well, the other name. Yukijiro is in all three of these Gamera movies as the same character.
Oh, nice.
And he's also in GMK as the man that goes to commit suicide in the forest, falls through the ground, and sees Ghidorah.
And sees Ghidorah?
Yep. There.
Nice.
And I said in the notes that he is the director's Johnny Depp because he has appeared in 9 of the director's films.
Oh.
I know. I like him.
Yeah.
But he shows up for like 5 minutes. They see the silhouette of the Legion soldier, and then we get to see the eye.
The eye through the bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
They
really cool.
are absorbing the silicone in the bottles
Mm-hmm.
because they need it.
So they eventually, I'm going to jump ahead here just a moment. All of these small Legion soldiers eventually make a nest in the subway tunnels underground.
Yep.
That a train discovers. And the conductor stupidly opens up his window to like peer out and gets brutally murdered in the process. It's just blood just splashes all up on the window.
The first Gamera movie had like the body part fall out of Gauss's mouth. This shows a man's hand just, like hits the window, and then they use an air gun to propel this
Yeah.
blood all over the wall. Like, oh gosh! And they only kill a certain amount. Well, a certain amount. They only kill certain people on on the train. But the army figures out later it's the electronic devices.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this movie coming out in 97,
96.
96. Yeah. Not everybody had cell phones at the time.
Yeah.
And they even say in the movie too, and I thought this was funny. He's like, "No, wait, cell phones and computers don't
mix.
They don't mix. Let's go out here." And they go out. Like, little do you know, dude, soon your computer will be your cell phone.
So the government soon decides that Legion is an immediate threat to humanity, and we got to wipe them out because they're gonna wipe out all of humanity. That's
Yep.
pretty much
We
what they
cannot
say. We have to
coexist.
fight them to extinction, as what he says in the movie or in the dub anyway
And
that I have. And they build a nice happy flower.
yeah,
It's not too happy
no,
because its goal here is to shoot a spore into space to colonize more planets.
and that's how these creatures breed.
And
They-
if it goes off, it will wipe out pretty much all of Japan, basically, or the world.
as it says, as an attempt to destroy the planet, or the plant, would also destroy Sapporo.
Which happens later on in the movie when Gamera fights the second spore.
Yeah, that happens in Sendai.
It doesn't shoot off, but it does explode, and wipes out Sendai completely.
Yeah. So Gamera shows up in his awesome new form, which he has jet arms.
Which that's the Gamera that you have right there.
Yes,
we
it
talked about this
is.
in the last episode. We don't have the first Gamera. He has the second one. So this is the Gamera you're going to see in this
best. Hey, Antler. It is. He lands and almost destroys the flower, and then immediately gets covered by a soldier, Legion soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when, as he's walking through the city, completely covered from head to toe in these tiny little bugs.
They're just start shredding him.
Yeah, you see.
And let's take a moment to talk about the miniature work here, because every bit of this is practical effects. They have all those little miniatures all over them. By the way,
Glued.
Side note, Comic-Con that just happened, or wait, it might not have been Comic-Con. I think it was G-Fest.
Which just happened.
It was G-Fest that just happened. Someone bought, I saw it on the Godzilla Collectors page on Facebook, someone actually bought one of the little miniature Legion soldiers that was on Gamera used in the film. They had it for sale.
Did they say how much it was?
I didn't know. I didn't even bother to look. But the fact it came in a case, they're about yay big. It looked cool.
Yeah.
It looked really cool. It kind of reminds me of the arachnids from Starship Troopers.
I was thinking, don't interrupt.
You already know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, those things. But
Anyway, someone bought one of those.
Can I buy the Gamera head? It's a new suit in this movie, and if you look, you can find videos and behind the scenes pictures on it. That suit and how the head worked and everything is awesome. But Gamera shows up, destroys the Legion flower. I already said this. Gets covered. Well, then they get distracted very easily, and this happens several times in the movie.
They look up and they see the power station.
They leave Gamera to go suck the energy off of that.
Some of them do. There's a lot still on Gamera.
Yeah.
Which the next part is Gamera gets a moment to fly away, and he starts spinning, and it shakes off some of them. But one of my favorite, and such a nice little touch, I made a little note about it too, is when Gamera spins to fly away, and they're all over him, and they've been eating and chomping all over him. His blood spins and splatters out too, and so it just all along the side of this building that people are looking out of.
And that's where the nerd guy's looking out. And like,
Gamera's blood.
Leave your glasses alone, dude.
You gotta adjust them. You just saw giant alien ants attack a giant turtle. Am I seeing this crap right?
And oh god, this is terrible. Oh gosh. Just as all hope is lost, Gamera emerges from the sea. I do. Oh man.
Note paralysis. You don't know where to go.
I know. I was like, my wife was supposed to redact this for me, and then
see, small condense. You can't even see that. Small and condense. This is what we need.
Oh man, I tried something new,
and you
failed.
So anyway, an evacuation takes place. At this point, they decide to get everyone out of the city as quickly as they can.
The queen shows up.
Yeah.
And leaves. Not fully grown at this point. So there's a little confusion. People were asking, like, is that the king? Does it ever show back up? No.
No, that was the queen, and the military damages its wings as it flies away.
But that's all it does. It shows back up later.
In a really cool scene when they're trying to evacuate everyone.
Oh, the miniature work in that scene's amazing too.
Gamera flies up, and the Legion Queen, you just see her arms start busting out of the ground, and her and Gamera get into a fight, and she makes short work of Gamera.
Yeah.
Real quick. Starts puncturing him, piercing all the way through him. Yeah.
Part of the shell. Off.
Really messes him up, and then she dips out at that point. Because the flower is about to, the second flower.
And Sendai
is about to shoot its seed. There's really no way to say that without it sounding gross. But that's what it's about to do.
It's preparing to launch.
Yeah, that too. Anyway, so Gamera makes it to the flower. Excuse me.
Right before, but it's not.
And he's able to stop it from firing the seed, but it still explodes, and it blows up Sendai completely, presumably to everyone watching, killing Gamera in the process. because he then kind of hunches forward, Shin Godzilla style, and just doesn't move.
But I think they said that his body doesn't calcify, but it's encased in some sort of material. So there's this big. It looks like the people from Pompeii.
Oh, where they get like encrusted in ash, kind of.
Yeah.
Encrusted? That's not a word.
Encased.
Encased. Enhanced.
Okay, so we only got a little bit left of this. Japan's military and scientists race to find Legion's weakness, but have so far found only one clue. The smaller symbiotic Legion are attracted by electromagnetic sources such as power lines and the Jinko, or is that how you say it? They go to an arcade, basically, a machine.
Oh, yeah.
And it shoots a lot of metal balls down, and you pachinko. Or that's Price is Right. Is an unfortunate side effect for drawing them to Tokyo. Asagi, surprised she's still in this.
Yeah, she kind of peeps up halfway through this, and it kind of becomes the main character. Like, they really just forget about all the other human characters, minus Hidori, the science teacher, in the beginning, and they just really focus on Hidori and Asagi, and that's it.
She has a friend that hurts her leg, but then her friend disappears.
Again, they really only focus on Asagi and this teacher.
She visits the ruined city where Gamera lies comatose, and as she tries to reach out to him, her little comma pendant,
her raptor claw, that she got from Alan Grant.
Throwback to our last episode of this. Oh, it enables their bond. The shatters.
Yeah, she like kind of holds on to it, and she's just kind of looking longingly at Gamera. But it's cool because all of the trash cans, like all the embers, start rising up out of it, and they swirl around Gamera, and he comes back to life. But in the process, it shatters her amulet, her little pendant, her raptor claw.
Comes into play in the next movie too.
And she could look at it and see, and she kind of she knows that, I guess, her telepathic link with Gamera is kind of severed at this point.
Yep.
And it's kind of like symbolizing his disconnection with humanity, because that really comes into play in the next one.
Yep.
And they even make mention at the end of this movie of how powerful Gamera is now, and let's hope that he doesn't ever view Earth as the enemy.
Mm-hmm. He goes Super Saiyan in the next movie. Legion marches on Tokyo with the intention of planting a third and final flower, but Gamera heads her off in the outskirts. When Gamera goes in to fight Mother Legion, this time
for the final battle, hits
the ground, slides,
does his drift maneuver,
skids across the ground, shoots out 3 fireballs.
I love how Legion absorbs them too.
Yeah, it does absolutely nothing. But that is one of the coolest shots in this movie too.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best entrances in a kaiju movie.
Oh, so good.
Comes in full speed, slides on the ground, and starts like shooting his fireballs.
Yep.
Not with a gun. That's I can't really do it out of my mouth.
Gamera with a gun. She spawns a swarm of insect soldiers against him, but the military manages to draw them off and destroy them with electric distraction. The military, not entirely stupid in this movie.
No, surprisingly not. Although a lot of their attempts don't work in a lot of these movies. They actually had one pretty decent job. Just use the like radio towers and power stations and whatnot to use the electricity, kind of draw the Legion soldiers to them.
And that's when you see the swarm start heading towards Gamera as they're fighting, and it just swarms away to go towards the fence. It's like a moment like the Queen Legion, Mother Legion, just like looks away, and I'm like, you stupid idiots, come back. But yeah, so the military fires several missiles. They hit, but she like fires the microwave beam out, and they swarm around, but they come back and they hit her, and it allows Gamera to break off her horn.
Yeah, Gamera goes in, grabs her tusks on the side of her head, and rips them off. And because he's got one in each hand, and he just kind of throws them down.
She hits the ground and
she busts out a whole new weapon that no one's seen. Laser whips out of her face.
They call it Red Rod.
Red Rocks.
I don't know why they call it Red Rod, because it's not a rod. It's these...
No, it's whips, basically.
That with, like,
laser...
visible arrowheads at the tips of them.
And she just pierces Gamera through them.
Her eyes go from this glowing blue, which is amazing. And then when it hits the ground and it reawakens, it's not blue. It's like evil red, and it just like picks itself back up. The whips come out, and then Legion goes terrifying.
Yeah,
because these things.
Well, this is her last stand. Basically, she's pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, this is not my final four.
Right? The next phase of the boss fight.
Oh yeah, the music picks up too. They go through Gamera, like the chest, the shell, the hands, neck. It's brutal.
It's a hot knife through butter. They just cut right through him. And so he has a secret weapon of his own, though, that he hasn't used before.
Spirit Bomb. I need all of your energy.
You start seeing the clouds circle around him, and he just sucks in every bit of energy and opens up his chest and fires a massive plasma blast out of his chest, destroying Legion.
Yeah, think of the father-son Kamehameha in Dragon Ball Z when Gohan's fighting Cell. This super blast. Now I'm not going to do it, but those plates, and you can tell in the video, they can open, and it's painted on the inside. A beautiful orange and yellow. If you want to see what it looks like, go to Google, look it up. I'm not going to do it because they're on these tiny little hinges, and I've always been scared they're going to break. So, this absolutely destroys Legion. There's no more. Mm-hmm. No more.
Gamera then looks down at the people, just kind of looks at them for a minute, basically just shrugs it off and then flies away.
Yep.
And yeah, then that's when they kind of talk about like, wow, Gamera is incredibly OP right now. Let's hope that he stays on our side and doesn't ever view Earth as the enemy. And that's the end of the movie.
And that's it. And the little nerd guy talks to the girl one more time and says like, oh, if we keep destroying life on this planet, Gamera wouldn't like that. Gamera roar.
Yeah.
End of the movie.
Some ominous foreshadowing, isn't it?
So, Gamera uses the mana from Earth. And side effect to this is, going into the third movie, the planet has become hotter. Global warming. Al Gore created that.
Man Bear Pig created
Man Bear Pig. The planet grows hotter and it gets off balance, and that allows hyper Gauss to start hatching all around the planet.
You're getting into the third movie.
I know, but this is the side effects of this. We'll revisit this in the next episode.
Oh yeah, from him using
this.
Using his spirit bomb.
Yeah, yep, there we go. This show's all about me and my hetero shirt.
We have a poll going on. I know we talked.
We have a poll going.
Vote for Geigen.
Vote for hetero.
He's a trash monster, and I have a cybernetic space chicken. What sounds cooler?
Vote for
cybernetic space chicken.
Scary eyes based on a certain.
Nobody wants vagina eyes.
Oh, he said it.
That's what they are.
That's exactly what they are. Yoshi Mitsubato even said that too. I based them after female genitalia because, let's face it, they're scary.
Space chicken.
Space trash.
With a buzzsaw on his chest. And let's be honest, beats the crap out of Godzilla. Should have took the L in that movie.
He did take an L.
Exactly.
He took a loss.
So, and he partners up with Ghidorah. Geigen does. So.
All right. Suit actors in this movie: Akira Ohashi. If I say it fast enough, nobody will notice that I mispronounced that.
So he
played Gamera in this movie.
Who else did he play?
Also played Ghidorah.
And did he play GMK? Or he was Ghidorah in GMK.
Yes. In GMK, and he was also Iris in the next movie.
Oh, he's Iris.
Yeah.
Nice. My personal favorite of the Gamera trilogy.
There's a lot of weird dubbing dialogue in this movie. There's just like weird lines.
There's a whole nother movie of bad dialogue.
Yeah. Oh man.
So what?
Mizuho Yoshida is Legion. Also plays Desghidorah and Dagara in the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy. They're okay. Desghidorah is actually pretty good. Has elephant sounds. And he was Godzilla in GMK. He plays Zetus in Godzilla the Brave. It's a giant iguana-looking monster, and he has a big Dilophosaurus fin that comes around. Yep. He looks like an Ultraman monster.
Godzilla the Brave?
Oh, Gamera the Brave.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's the fake Godzilla.
Yeah.
A false king.
That monster, he eats people. I haven't seen it. I've seen parts, and I heard it wasn't that great. But it is not a continuation of this Gamera trilogy. This was just a different movie in general. And I know a lot of people were mad about that because it came out around the same time. And he's also Raiga in Deep Sea Monster Raiga, which is coming out soon to America.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch that.
I'm going to get it.
Yeah, that looks actually really cool. We need to cover that one.
Okay, and this is for you. This is for you, my co-host.
Ooh.
He's the motion capture in the Metal Gear series. For who?
Solid Snake.
And
Liquid Snake.
Nope.
No.
Naked Snake.
Oh, Naked Snake.
From
Snake from MGS3.
Yeah.
Yes. Big Boss, son.
It's
Big Boss.
and for my preference, because I didn't finish Snake Eater.
What?
I tried.
You didn't finish Snake Eater?
I couldn't do it,
Dude.
I know. It was the controls. It was like, oh well.
They're better than
Phantom
half
Pain.
the other ones.
Phantom Pain was coming out, and then I jumped at that.
No. Snake Eater is
I loved
awesome.
Phantom Pain. It ended weird.
It didn't end.
It didn't end.
Because of Hideo Kojima's fallout with Konami. It really didn't have the proper ending that it should have. Honestly.
Anyway.
Sorry, yeah, that's the whole thing. Big Metal Gear fan.
But it didn't end. It just.
Well, you play Metal Gear Solid 4 if you want the ending. Because that's how it ends. That's how every...
Yeah.
It's the end of the Solid Snake.
This is the
story.
first film, the first Daikaiju film to win the Nihon SH Taisho Award. It's the Japanese Nebula Award in 1996.
Well, that's cool.
This decision sparked a fierce debate with the Japanese science fiction community, with many critics arguing that it signaled the death of Japanese science fiction literature. All right.
I mean, we talked about how these movies are better than the Godzilla movies.
Well, they said this is considered one of the best Gamera movies, and I laughed. I didn't even want to add that because there's only 3 really good Gamera movies.
But see, and I mean, and this one is fantastic because Legion is such a cool concept for a monster. And one thing I really like that I was thinking about on the way over here was, so Legion's flower, they're trying to not repopulate, but launch a spore to another planet to populate that planet. And because what they build is just basically this giant flower hive, and I was thinking, what other giant flower do we have that would have been a really cool idea for them to do, but they never really did it.
Godzilla vs. Hedorah 2.
No, not
The
at
eyes.
all. Not at all. Biollani.
The flower eyes.
Biollani Phase 1.
Did you get that joke?
Yes. Oh, yes.
The whispering eye.
But, I think that would have been a really cool concept for Biollani, was to, shoot off some spore into space. Which is, people argue that's how we got Space Godzilla, was once he killed him. The gold dust went up into the rafters after the championship match. Wait a minute. and yeah, that's how we got him.
My God! That man has a family! And Legion is the 3rd female kaiju that Gamera has fought next to Jiger?
Yeah,
Jiger.
that's an old one.
Yeah.
That's one of the old Showa
And
ones.
the Hesai Gauss. But also, Gauss is either or. They're originally born female. And it's also the largest Gamera film. Largest Gamera monster he's ever fought. Largest kaiju Gamera has ever fought.
Yeah, it's really big. I want to see what Godzilla
Huge!
could do against it. Godzilla will probably wreck it, let's be real. One atomic blast.
Okay, so Gamera,
Godzilla probably wrecked that.
Legion has this, the tusk things. They open up and they can absorb or deflect, dissipate Gamera's fireballs.
Yeah, it kind of like sucks it into, like not really a black hole, but it's kind of that same effect where it just like sucks it into nothing and then it just phases away. And so,
I would like to see a Gamera, Godzilla versus Legion. I'd like to see a Godzilla versus Gamera, but Death Battle did that and Gamera did not make it.
no, we did not.
Let's face it, Godzilla would destroy Gamera.
Godzilla's the king.
Yeah.
Don't argue it.
That's actually all my notes.
So what was your favorite part of this movie?
Miniature work. The flowers, were you talking about that?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of scenes with like the vines coming up out of the...
Ripping up through the ground. When
That
Gamera
is
topples it.
amazing. And like
Yeah.
there's a Jeep that just goes flying over. There's a guy talking on the cell phone right when one of the vines comes up and knocks him out of the way. And that was a good composite shot, is what the thing is. Like miniature work with a little person, normal sized man.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of good cinematography in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I complained about it in the last movie just a little bit, like when Gauss lands. And
Yeah, you said the eggs falling looked cheesy.
it just a little bit, maybe a little bit.
I didn't really see much of that in this one, though.
No, they did such a great
Well,
job.
there's one spot. And that's when the Legion soldiers...
Baby.
The babies. The Legion soldiers see the power station and they crawl off a Gamera. You can tell it's really CG, but there's only so many ways they can do that.
That was, this is 96.
Exactly. There's only so many ways you can do that one. But aside from that, everything looked fantastic in this movie.
Yeah.
I'd have to say though, my favorite part is probably the fireball, his super blast.
Sliding fireball.
It's so cool. You don't see it coming. You know, you're seeing, like, because the first time these two fought, Legion beat the crap out of Gamera real quick. Was doing it again, honestly, with even though he ripped off the tusks, Legion is whooping him again with the infrared tentacles and
Red Rod.
Red rods. And just out of nowhere, here comes this Kamehameha blast that wipes out Legion.
There's sliding fireballs, while not affecting the Queen, was awesome. This is more of my notes. Legion soldiers get distracted too easily. Okay, so they did a few things in this movie with still picture shots, like flashbacks.
Yeah, where it's like stop frame by frame for just a moment. I didn't care for those.
I think we actually talked about this in our Biollante episode, but he tried something new.
Didn't care for it.
It's weird, yeah, but he tried something, and I'll respect him for it.
Okay, well, Ryan Johnson tried something too, and that epically failed.
It bugs me that Godzilla has a lower score on Rotten Tomatoes than The Last Jedi, and this is proof that Disney owns Rotten Tomatoes. Also, this movie is one of the few kaiju movies with a little bit of nudity in it. But if you refer to Friends, a man's nude butt's not nudity. There's a shot in a bathhouse, and there's some strategically placed children heads from possibly full frontal male nudity, but there's just one shot. This guy turns around, and you see his butt. And like,
So, wait. Children heads?
how
In a bathhouse.
it was like a public bathhouse that like people go and bathe.
Did you watch the same movie? What movie are you watching? I was probably looking at my phone, I'm not going to lie. It was like 2 in the morning when I was watching this movie.
I had to finish it this morning. I was watching it yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, it was late night. But, I mean, that's pretty much it that we have.
All right, we'll see y'all later. I'm just kidding.
But that is pretty much it. We pretty much covered everything that we want to cover. I mean, this over the
This
first...
took way too long to read notes.
Yeah. This over the first one or the third one?
Oh, this is over the first one. It's so good. Miniature work.
Is this your favorite of the trilogy?
It is.
This is it?
Yeah. And it might change again when I go back to watch Iris again.
Iris is definitely my favorite. I'm looking forward to getting to that one.
A lot of good shots in that movie.
Iris is just a very unique looking kaiju. I mean, not to say that Legion isn't, because Legion is vastly different from what we've seen.
I gotta go back and find it, but I think Legion is a 2-person suit.
I think you're right.
Because there was another guy, and the notes are way down there. This guy was the stunt performer for Baragon and GMK. A lot of people from GMK, well, from this series is in GMK.
Yeah, we're going to have to eventually cover GMK. You know, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that one, though. I like GMK a lot. I don't care for the monster design on some of it. Ghidorah's necks are too short. His wings are too short. And I don't like Godzilla's hump that he has on the back of his neck from where the head of the costume of the suit actor is. I don't care for that. It looks like he's walking and he has scoliosis.
I think he was supposed to walk on like the toes, but they couldn't get it right.
It just looks weird. I have. Other than that, Godzilla's design in that movie is fantastic. Those white eyes are just straight up evil looking. And I told you that I've seen someone did a concept art of Shin Godzilla with the white eyes, like GMK, and that made it look way more terrifying. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this movie. So we're doing Iris next, right?
I feel like we just spent all our time talking on the plots and haven't really talked about the
Well, we kind of covered everything during it. While
we were going along.
Yeah, you had a very long plot synopsis.
It was supposed to be redacted. It's my wife's fault. It's my fault for not giving it to her. So what you got coming up, Alex?
Well,
when was the first time you saw this movie?
When I bought the Blu-rays.
What'd you think?
I mean, I loved it.
This movie's awesome. I'm just killing time now.
I love this trilogy. This is a fantastic trilogy. We talked about it last time, that get people to, if you have never seen any Gamera movies, watch the Heisei trilogy. And then, you know, if you're feeling some campiness, you can go back and watch the Showa version.
You can go back and watch the Showa Godzillas, because these are the only 3 Gamera movies they ever made. I don't know why they didn't just keep it going. All right, so the Gamera suit was amazing, because you can actually see his eyes
move around. Yeah, he
and they don't
looks.
do that in any of the Godzilla movies, unless if it's like a different head, or like if it's like a.
Godzilla just snarls, like he just looks at you, and he'll have some facial expressions. But yeah,
I'm trying to just like you see Godzilla's like sometimes, but it's from you know it's a different shot, well, a different suit, because it's from like the neck up, and so he snarls. This suit,
you see that a lot in 85.
Yeah,
85 has definitely 2 different suit, like a head, and then the actual suit that they use.
Yeah,
there's a lot of those.
But this suit, and another thing about this is like he can actually turn his head, like in one shot. Like there's an actor in the suit, and the head is able to turn, and it can look, and the eyes move at the same time too. That's amazing puppet work.
Yeah, or
amazing like suit construction. That's something that it's got over the Godzilla movies, because even up through Final Wars, the suit couldn't do that.
Yeah, I try not to watch Final Wars.
Well, I just use it because it was the most previous.
Yeah.
Next to, well, you can't count Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, you can't count any of these new ones. But, no, yeah, I try not to watch Final Wars. That movie is awful.
We'll review it eventually.
Awful. And I'm going to hate on it the entire time.
We will probably be drinking beer. So
ooh, yeah, we should do that. We should have an episode where we're just getting sloshed while we talk about these movies.
While we're just killing time, because we're at 40 minutes now. I had some ideas to bring in a few more viewers.
By the way, you made a comment in the last one about.
Well, it was originally supposed to be 5 people comment. Not one person commenting multiple times in a minute.
Hey, it worked though, didn't it? It worked though. So what are you going to do about that? Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
Well, sometimes you just got to do. No, like I was like, how do you deal with like spicy foods?
Huh?
How do you deal with spicy foods?
I mean, And look for the
I've
most part.
watched the hot ones too many times.
Oh yeah.
I like celebrities eating hot wings. I'm like, let's review a Godzilla movie eating hot wings. Oh,
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
okay. I've been meaning to ask you about it. There's a hot sauce I wanted to get.
I actually have a lot in my fridge. I got the bomb in there.
Oh God!
I mean, I got the one hotter one than what they have on the show. Boom.
How bad is it?
It's awful. It sucks. It's terrible. I know what I'm getting into, and I've only tried it a few times.
I'm only having fire come out of my butt.
It's not fun at all.
I wanted to try Howler Monkey. I don't know why.
Yeah, I got the bomb. I got Surrender the Booty. That has ghost pepper in it. I've got a bunch of different crazy hot sauces. You want to burn your goozle off, you can come into my fridge.
Oh God, no.
Today.
I'll give it a shot.
You're going to be spitting fireballs like Gamera before the end of that episode.
For the podcast. For all like 30 views that we get now.
By the way, so here's a poll. Who wants to see us either eat a bunch of hot stuff or just drink a bunch of beer?
Why not both?
Whiskey shots. Well, we can do both, but which one do you guys want to see
God, I
first?
will
And what Godzilla
literally
movie?
throw up.
What Godzilla movie do we want to see while we do that? Honestly, this is just me. I'm just throwing it out there. Let's get drunk and do Godzilla's Revenge. The one that has our mascot on it, Gabara. Let's do that awful movie.
And you've got that. I'd have to get a copy of it.
I have it. I do have it.
I'd have to borrow it from you.
Yeah.
Oh. We're going to do the dub, or we're going to do the subtitles?
Oh, I'll watch the dub for sure.
Talking about Gamera the Cripple. Gabara. Gosh.
So, anyway, you guys let us know what you want us to cover for that episode, but that's the one I'm throwing out there, because that movie is trash, just like Hedera.
He's trash.
He's a trash monster.
He sucks up pollution. So, next episode will be
Gamera 3, Revenge of Iris.
Iris, which I would show, but it's way over there. And after that, it's going to be either
Depending on how many people vote on this poll.
Hedera or Gigan.
Which right now, Hedera's in the lead, right?
By 4 votes.
Come on, people, pick it up. You know you want to see cybernetic space chicken.
Or a giant pile of mud.
What sounds more appealing?
Trash.
Mud? Trash mud?
Do you want to see a movie with hippies? Okay, actually, they're both movies with hippies.
They are. But mine has aliens in it.
Mine has an alien in it.
Yours has a pile of trash.
You keep talking about trash. Your aliens left a planet that is, I'm talking loud again, full of trash. Not only are they trash,
Yeah, because Hedera probably trashed it up.
they're cockroaches.
Yeah. Yeah. What about
Who also had Coca-Cola, believe it or not. Did you ever notice that? When they showed like their planet and like the filter over the city and all that, there's so many gnats in this place. I hate Georgia. I hate it. But you see like there's a Coca-Cola sign like by the highway.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. See? Cockroaches got taste. Cockroaches have good taste. We're not sponsored by them. But
No, we're not.
Dude, if we had a Coke sponsorship, yes.
They're in Atlanta. We're over here in Athens.
So bring it on. There's a Coke plant right down the road. Bring it on,
Or is
people.
that Pepsi?
No, let's go.
Cause piss on Pepsi.
Yeah, Pepsi's not good.
But yeah, that's gonna be our next 2 episodes.
Yep.
I'm feeling a lot better. My kid's feeling a lot better. Not taking any more vacations for the foreseeable future. You're not taking any vacations for the foreseeable future.
Not that I can think of offhand.
So
I'll probably have a spur of the moment one though, just to get out because if I'd stay at work too long, I'll go insane. Like most people. Let's be real. Like most people. Work drives us insane, and you want to get out of there.
So, Gamera.
Gamera, got any last words for the episode?
Yep.
That's perfect.